Kodak ignored the technology that they invented, a technology they knew would eventually become available to consumers. The company's size at the time would have also afforded them the ability to invest in startups in the Silicon Valley that would have yielded much greater results than their failed pharmaceutical venture. Kodak failed to recognize that they could be more than just a film business, and their complacency allowed competitors to steal their market share. Kodak should have recognized that their brand was synonymous with capturing moments and invested in developing new technology they recognized as a potential threat. This is very similar to the example Levitt presents in Market Myopia when he discusses the decline of the railroads. The railroad industry failed to recognize that they were in the transportation business and failed to compete with the introduction of automobiles. The railroads declined not because of new technology, but because the railroads did not fulfill the needs of consumers themselves. Kodak didn't flounder because of digital technology. They did so because they failed to take advantage of their position and resources and provide the digital technology themselves. Levitt quotes Jacques Barzun, "I grieve to see the most advanced physical and social organization of the last century go down in shabby disgrace for lack of the same comprehensive imagination that built it up." This rings true for Kodak as much of their success came from the innovative ideas. They cornered the motion picture film market and revolutionized the industry with its production of color film. Kodak was responsible for the creation of photography as a widely practiced hobby. However, this innovation gave way to the hunger for higher profits. The mindset that built the company was lost, and with it, so was opportunity. Clinging to film as a means to sustain blinded them from what the market was going to inevitably evolve into. Levitt also points out that there are 4 conditions that make up the self-deceiving cycle of growth and eventual decay. Condition 2 reads, "The belief that there is no competitive substitute for the industry's major product." Kodak leadership recognized that digital technology would reach consumers in 15 to 20 years, but refused to believe that it would ever be a real threat to their film photography business. A good lesson from Kodak is that if you create a product and own the intellectual property to a technology you know that will enter the marketplace, then you should invest the time and resources into developing it. Had Kodak looked into partnering or acquiring early technology firms in Silicon Valley to develop digital technology, we would be looking at a very different market altogether. The other lesson learned is to allow voices other than the board or CEO to be heard, such as those in research and development. The R&D team in Kodak saw digital technology for what it was and knew that failing to invest in it was a huge mistake.